Mainz vs Schalke preview. Mainz's solid run of 10 Bundesliga games without defeat W6, D4 was ended emphatically last time out with a 3-0 loss at Wolfsburg. That was also the first time they'd failed to score at least once in league action since they suffered a 1-0 defeat in the reverse fixture against Schalke back in November. But now with a 3-point gap from 6th place coming into the round, they'll see this as a must-win game if they want to keep their European hopes alive. Back in familiar surroundings, the hosts will no doubt take comfort from the fact they are unbeaten in 6 Bundesliga games in front of their own fans. W4, D2 most impressively beating Bayern Munich 3-1 during that run. Yet while they are favorites to extend that streak here, it is worth noting that Mainz have only managed 3 wins from 12 home H2Hs since their promotion in 2008-09 D4, L5. Relegation-threatened Schalke secured what could prove to be a crucial 2-1 comeback win against Werder Bremen last matchday, handing them consecutive home wins for the first time this season. They will now look to follow that up with successive league wins across all venues, which is something they've achieved only once so far this season. A good omen for a repeat, though, might be that in that first instance, they secured a 2-1 home win before a success on the road at Bochum who, like Mainz, lost 3-0 in the game prior. However, that was the only away league win for the visitors this season. D5, L8 and 4 of the 6 away games in which they collected points were against opponents who were in the bottom half of the table at that time. W1, D3. That's not a good sign for this Schalke side who, despite improving recent results, come into the round in 17th, albeit now just 1 point from safety. Players to watch. Against Bayern, Mainz's Ludovic Ajorc scored the equalizer to net his 6th goal from his last 9 games, including 4 opening efforts for his team. Last weekend Dominik Drexler scored the winner for Schalke in injury time against Bremen, and his team have now won 3 of the 4 league games in which he scored. W3, L1. Hot stat. Both teams have scored in just 2 of the last 8 H2Hs, while the last 2 meetings combined produced just 1 match goal. Mainz vs Schalke head-to-head stats. Mainz are unbeaten at this venue in the past 5 years, and they also scored 2 or more goals in all but 1 meeting at this stadium during this period. Do also note that the guests managed to win just twice here in the past 10 years. Mainz 05 possible starting lineup: Zentner, Hanch Olsen, Bell, Fernandez, Da Costa, Barrero Martins, Skor, Kachi, Onisiwo, Ajorc, Lee Jae-sung. Schalke 04 possible starting lineup: Schwolo, Matriciani, Yoshida, Kaminsky, Uronen, Kral, Kraus, Drexler, Karaman, Tarot, Bolter. Mainz vs Schalke prediction. Boasting the tamest attack in the league with only 28 goals, Schalke snatched a last-gasp comeback win against Bremen last weekend, but remain precariously one off the bottom of the table. Mainz will look to bounce back from their first defeat in 11 games at Wolfsburg last Sunday. On home soil, we should see Mainz hunting down the 3 points to boost their European qualification hopes.